Bill, my man. Good to see you, mate. Hey, sheesh. Soggy Boston, eh? Must be it's a bit wet there for you. It's been raining. I thought you guys were in an eternal summer over there. Mind you, you are coming into fall. Is it fall? I'm trying to figure out your seasons. Yeah, we're coming into spring, so America must be on the way into their fall. Um, nice. Okay, so got to remember what we do here. I think I'm just going to check. I'm just going to double check the point of view. Make sure we're in here. Yep, cool. Okay, that looks good to me. Welcome everyone. Everyone's coming online. We'll give everyone a little bit of time, and we may as well sit here and have a quiet chat. We'll always have a chat afterwards as well. Wake up. Yeah, that's why I've got a coffee. It's 5 o'clock. I've been up for half an hour already, so maybe a bit longer. But it's good to be back. Okay, it's been a pretty hectic, what feels like nearly 2 months actually. Olympic Games, other stuff on. Now we're into a lockdown. New Zealand, one case. We had one case on one day, and Prime Minister shut the country down. Now we're up to about 75 of the Delta variant. So, good call. We're going to keep everyone safe. We've already had one jab. Going to get the next one in 8 weeks, probably. But yeah, it just shows you how crazy this stuff can be. Okay. She's going to be an interesting time. It's going to be an interesting time for sure. So, saying hi to everyone. Hello, hi team. Oh, Brett Saunders. I thought about. Yeah, there you are. The pot. What are you? The pot cup. What? The pot cop. Okay, nice. Love it. Okay, so enough of that. Today we're going to do some 3-minute pieces. Okay, they're going to get quite difficult towards the end. So, as I normally say, just play it by ear for yourself as to when we start getting up into the sort of last 3 of them, just temper it for yourself. Okay. If they start getting a little bit too hard, the rating's a little bit high. I feel like the last 2 might be very difficult. Okay, getting up 32, 34 for 3 minutes at a time. The whole idea of this workout is it falls into the category of sort of that roughly, give or take, obviously with different times and age and sex and everything else. It sort of falls in that sort of 750 meter category, roughly around there. Okay. So from there to sort of the 1,000, some of the boys probably get up past, close to 1,000. And then some of us might not get over that sort of 750 mark. But the whole idea is that it goes a little bit beyond the sprint side of things, which is that sort of 2-minute category. Okay, it puts another minute on top, which means that we have to do it slightly a little bit different. Okay, which means we really do have to focus on that efficiency, really just working on that hang. But at the same time, we do want to try and go well. Okay, so we're not trying to max these out. We're trying to have a good rhythm, good consistency. Okay, so what we want to see is at the end of this, is when you go back into your memory, is we want to see an increase all the way through. Okay, and as we've said before, it's not linear. Okay, so your increase in speed will get slower and will get smaller, so exponentially. And so that's basically what we're sort of looking for in terms of this, is that as we go up in rate, we want to just try and get a little bit more speed, okay? And yes, the effort does feel like we're putting in a lot more effort for the speed that we get out. And that's where the key lies, is how we do that change, how we go up. We've got to keep those hands moving. We've got to be nice and free. We've got to be nice and relaxed. Plus, we're going to have fatigue setting in, probably, I'd say after halfway, after the four of them, we'll be like, okay, here we go. Once we're up around that 28, 30, 32, 34 are going to be very tough. Okay, so just remember, if you can't get up to that rating, then just temper it back a bit, okay? And if it means that you can't get up there, and you want to sit and do all eight, maybe in the middle here, chuck in, go 24, 24, and then do 26, 26, then try 28, and then finish on a 30, something like that, okay? So just play it by ear. We're still doing the same time, so we might just get out of sync with the thing, but the same technical cues are going to apply, that I will talk as we go. So just making sure that you are in a position where you can do what you are capable. Okay. And we've got to really make sure that that's one of the keys. Okay. So otherwise, looking for a good step up all the way, stepping, looking for that freedom, getting that hang, doing all the bits and pieces that we want. Okay. And so it's a great little workout for that. And I shouldn't say little, because it will probably be pretty buggered by the end of it. So I'm going to nick my coffee. Then we're going to jump on. Just do 2 or 3 minutes and warm up, just stretching it out, because the first couple we'll warm into it, okay? But we still want to be at that point where we're getting ready. We're not using that first one as a warm up, okay? We want to do that warm up slightly beforehand. So let's do that now, okay? Jump on. We'll talk a bit, and then we'll jump straight into it, okay? Set the clock, and away we go, okay? 75-second rest. Now, you might say that's a weird number. Yes, it is. Okay. But the thing is, a minute rest I feel is probably too short. And a minute and a half, and you'll be like, oh, why don't you just give us a minute and a half? But a minute and a half can be a little bit long. Okay. So this is the thing with pieces, is that you can do the same exact pieces that you normally do, and you just adjust the rest period. Okay. If you do interval training, and that adjusting that rest period can be a completely different kettle of fish. Okay, by doing, like, say you're doing 500-meter repeats, you could do it with a 20-second rest, and it just literally blows the cookies. Okay, or you could do it with a 2-minute rest, and you've got a lot of rest in between, which means you can really thump it out. Okay, but it does slightly different things to physiology, to our training, and that type of thing. So this is just a really good balance, I find, between not enough, possibly a little bit too much, okay? But so it's right in the middle, hence why 75 seconds, that's the money. Okay? Mm. Mm. Right, here we go. So, warming up, do what you need to do, okay? Just making sure we're nice and loose. Getting ourselves in that good position. Okay. As I always am, I build it off the back. Getting longer and longer. More hang feeling. Shaking it out. Okay, and it also, you just feel the muscles just stretching, getting that compression, rolling in. And because now in the warm-up, we're not super concerned about speed as such, really focus on this hang. Okay, nice long arms. Feel the seat roll under, not trying to overreach towards the front, letting that seat Roll up with the chain. Okay, the chain in the hands. Remember, just feel it. Nice rhythm. Okay, even now we start finding this continuous motion. Smooth changes. Remember, around the finish, around the front. Okay, and we just start now. Just squeeze it on a little bit. I feel that push. The commitment on both feet. Thank you, Apple. Okay, and we'll just do another 10, 15 seconds. That's the final part. And we should be pushing down pretty close to our sort of training pace. Last few. Okay. Nice. Okay, so as always, just doing what needs to be done. Okay, heart rate's coming up. Feel myself puffing a bit. Okay, body feels like it's in a good place. So we should be ready to rock and roll. Okay, so let's set up our intervals. Okay, so quick drink now if we need it. So jump over to our workout. Okay, select workout, new workout, intervals time. Okay, go up to 3 minutes. And then our rest period. Oops, a daisy. Our rest period should be 1 minute and 15 seconds. Okay, 1 minute. This is testing your ability. So you should say 3 minutes, set rest time, 1 minute 15. Okay, we'll just hold on that for a second. Just let everybody get to that. Okay, and then let's press our checkbox. Okay, so minute 15's in there, 3 minutes. Okay, we should be good to go. So, no mucking about. I don't want our machine to time out on us. Let's get locked and loaded, ready to go. Okay, so first one at 20. It's just going to be nice and steady, finding our groove, finding our rhythm, stretching out. Okay, here we go. Right. So, are you ready? This one. Row. Okay, so just remember that we're really trying to find this ratio between us doing the work, the machine doing work for us. As we come back up the slide, patience and smoothness. Making this handle the focus on a continuous motion. Okay, just watch it. Smooth forward. accelerated hang on the drive. Okay, nice and flat. Remember, try and keep it as much on a plane as possible. If it helps by making around movements, that's all good. Just remember that if you make big around movements and come up and down, it can just affect a little bit about the connection. But rolling in nicely. And we're sitting on the rate. We're using our mats. We're pushing the legs. We're feeling that body hinge off the legs. Okay, good. Feel that. Sit back through the stroke. As we push, body opens out. Nice long arm. Really good. Okay, so we've had the smooth, continuous motion. Breathing into it. Nice push. Okay, great piece. Okay, good. So, rest through the first part. Okay, bring ourselves back under control. As we get further out, it's going to get harder and harder. Okay, but remember, we never stop on the rest. Okay, if you need to stop and have a drink, that's fine. But just remember, every time that we're moving, especially in this recovery, we're getting more oxygenated blood back into the muscles. Okay, helps our recovery. Very important. Okay, so on this piece, all we're doing is we're just increasing our hand speed a little bit and just increasing that momentum slightly, finding that continuous motion again. Okay, 22. So here we go. Let's firm it up. Moving in. This one. Now. Okay, so it's just a subtle change. If we start with these hands, like that, around the finish, always a great place to make the check. The awareness. If we're nice and loose in the arms, around the back, out over the knees, hands drawing us forward, then we just ride the speed that these handles are created. Okay? Really trying to think, and that's where we focus today, on our handle speed. Trying to make it one speed. Okay, we want to try and go away from a really fast and then slow. Handles are moving. One speed all the way. Just like that. Okay? We're moving one speed and drawing us forward. So get the body getting drawn forward. Okay, we don't need to be set up and really stiff from here. Okay, remember to have a little bit of suppleness. so that we're set right there at the catch, through here. Okay, 90% off the back. Last part as we roll into the catch. Good. Okay, and I'll keep these hands moving. Should feel the body sitting back through the stroke. Nice long arms. Good chain speed. Nice in the hand. Feel the weight in the fingers. Okay. Especially on that recovery. Just feel it. Feel it inside the hands. Don't feel like the hands have got the grip too much. Every bit of tension away we can. Okay, good. So, you probably see we got a bit of a distance change on that one. Okay, that's what we want to see all the way through. So, if we keep focused today, especially through these little bits, up to start probably 28, 30, just think about these hands, okay? That's one part of the stroke that can really help you out in terms of relaxation, where we just let this happen around the back. The speed here, right? Look how fast it can move, but we don't want to be like, and be rigid like this and set into the front. Okay, I'm not far off being set here. Okay, but as I roll in, I set through here and I'm ready for that catch. Okay, if we're really stiff here, we're tight coming into the catch. Okay, and we just want to take a little bit, 5% off that there. Okay, but be here. Okay, right, so here we go. Now, 24. Okay, same again. Remember these handles. We move the handles around. Good. Okay, just remember the hang. Want to find that consistency. Remember, brush the body with the handle. Only when we're really maxing it out are we ever going to pump it in and hit the body. But for now, we use the hang, long arms under the armpits. Momentum around, slow forward, soft knees, sitting into the front. Okay, good. Okay, breathe into it. Let's think about these feet. Think about the seat. Compressing. Coming forward. And pushing away. Legs initiate. The body comes off the legs. Nice. Okay, and it's continuous. We're holding the rate. Got a rhythm. Looking for sustainable speed. See if we can do it without the numbers jumping around hugely. Using our weight, using our technique, opening out. Create that speed for us. Nice. Okay, flat wrists, forearms, past the body. Nice. Okay, good. So, really good step up. Okay, what I was talking about in that break, making sure we just allow the setup to happen through here. Okay, we're not on a rowboat, so we don't need to be set, have everyone's balance the same. Okay, we can really find that set into that position there. Okay, we don't want to be not having straight arms and getting stuck over the knees. Okay, fundamentals, you know, that we all know, hands out, getting like that, this way, smooth it out. Okay, so we're getting the hands, lead, body come forward into that position there. Okay, we're setting into the front. Okay, we've got control from the back, but that final little bit happens as we roll forward through here. Okay, with supple arms. Okay, here we go, up to 26. Now, okay, remember, start with the hands. Find our speed with our rating. Okay, here's our acceleration. Okay, don't overwork it. Just remember, move everything freely. Okay, good. Long arms, feel the hand. Stay over the shoulders. Feel it through the lat. Hanging under these armpits. When the body swings through the middle, the arms just come with the speed. Move around. Brush the body. Good. Okay, now breathe. Stay loose. Open the mouth. So let's think about this. Round the front as we compress. Pushing away. Come in. Use that compression. See? We're in that set position. And we push. Push away from the handles. Leave them out long. They'll come. Shouldn't be our focus. We'll push. Connection through the legs and the body. Our arms are always going to hang on. So, connect the lat. Like that. There it is. Loosen the shoulders. Breathe into it. Good. That's it. So pick the speed of the flywheel down the front. Change your direction. Nice. Okay, good. So, breathe it out. Row it down for 20 seconds, maybe 30. Okay, before you have a drink. Keep moving, suck in the oxygen. Okay, so the focus on the next one, because we're up at 28 or wherever you are. We've got this nice around the finish. Okay, we've got the hand speed moving very well. Okay, so as we come into the front, we've got to use that compression as we compress and move away. Okay, body doesn't want to sit here because it's uncomfortable. So we use that to push away. Use that compression like a spring. Okay, we get an open spring, we push it together and it wants to move out. Okay, come in and away. Stay out of here, hang under here, really just feel the feet, the body, and push. Okay, here we go, 28. Now, okay, just remember, don't have to reach too far. Let's get natural length. Start. And remember, think about acceleration of the legs. Speed of the drive, not so much the power. Find the equilibrium. Hands around. Good. Okay, find the groove. Now we maintain. Move the hands. Nice and smooth. Good rhythm. Feel the hang. Under the armpits. And breathe. Feel the core. Compress. Body sitting into the front. Good. Nice work. Okay, swing. Push. Swing. Body hinges off the hips. Okay, don't get tense. Remember, just move with the speed. Relax into it. Breathe. Open the face. Open the mouth. Stay loose. Good. Hold this rhythm all the way. Okay, good. So, breathe it out. Get some oxygen in, okay? We're starting to get right up there, okay? Really important, this next piece, okay? Make or break. If we go too hard, too tense, okay, on this 30, we'll really, really battle through the next two after that, okay? We're getting right up towards failure point near the end of this, okay? But let's just make sure if we're doing it properly, it's not going to be ugly, okay? We're going to do it well. Okay, so 30. Remember, move the hands and remember this acceleration through. Doesn't have to be heavy. We want it accelerated. Okay, here we go. Building and go. Focus our rhythm. Rating. Good. That's it. Okay. Find the groove. Find the hang. Move the hands. Feel the compress. Don't overreach. 30 rate. Don't necessarily have the time to get right out front. Weight on the feet. Both feet. Feel the symmetry. We push and hang. Good. Okay, here we go. Halfway. Flat. Breathe. Feel that body coming off the legs. Okay, good. Armpits. The shoulders. Hands. Around the back. Crush the body. Train on a plane. Nice and flat. Good. Hold this. Nice. Okay, really good. So as you can see, as you can feel, okay, it's getting tough. So breathe now. Okay. Shake it out. Okay, now we're going to start getting up into some pretty high rate. As I said before, if you don't think you can go there, just sit on a rating that you can sustain. Okay, finding a rhythm, continuous motion. Okay, want to try and see the rate, stay on the rate. Okay, focus what we're doing while we're on that rate, which then dictates our speed. Okay, break this down minute by minute. Okay, find the rhythm first minute, second minute, sit back into it. Third minute, hold what we've created. Here we go, 32. Hand speed, now. Remember, don't have to overreach. Length will be a bit shorter. Compress, push. And breathe. Keeping it flat. Sustainable as well. Hold the speed. Away. Round the back. To the core. Good. The other hand, here we go. Long arms. Relax the face. And breathe. Stay loose and relaxed. Okay, use the body off the legs. Acceleration. Self check. On the back. Rhythm. Open the mouth. Armpit. Hand. Good. Sit tall. Get rid of the tension. To the line. Okay. Okay, great work, team. Keep moving. Now, if you want to do the last one, you don't think you're going to hit the rating, just have a play with your drag a little bit, okay? Bring it down half a number. Really help get the speed, okay? But we want to get on this metronomic rhythm where we're really moving the hands. Just remember, the length might feel like you're only getting to like here, okay? But that speed in, that compression, and then that push away, okay? Not super powerful legs. Find the speed that the legs are driving, and then drive the back off the legs. Okay, here we go. Last piece. Great workout so far, team. Here we go. And now. Okay, stay relaxed. Relax rhythm. Feel the hand. Hands around. Okay, feel the body. Legs and body. Breathe. Tap it along. Out of the tension. Down the back. Okay, good. Hold this. Stay on it. Good. Okay, coming down to it. Last minute. 34 strokes. Move. Hang. Hold the rhythm. Sitting tall. Open them out. That's it. 10 strokes. Hang long. All the way. Jeez. Okay. Breathe. Keep moving. Okay. Really good. So I'm going to warm down quite a bit off the end of this. Okay. Don't stop. You may hate me for it now, but just moving backwards and forwards. Okay, moving the chain. We just help flush out lactic acid. Okay, big breath. Okay, nice. Okay, and you'll feel yourself starting to get a bit of normality. Okay, press the menu button. That'll save that row into the memory. Okay, be really good to go back over, have a look at your steps, have a look at the changes. Okay, analyze. Where did you think you performed the best? Okay, where did you think you tapped out or blew up? Okay, so really good getting an understanding. Okay, and that last couple, okay, now you hated me at the time, you hated me about a minute ago, but the feeling in your body of what it was like up through there, okay, is the sort of the same feeling pretty much with a little bit more control of what you're doing in the middle of a 2K, right? Between the 1,500 to go, that third 500 meters is the shittest part of the piece, okay? That third quarter of any piece is just brutal, okay? So if we were managing to just tap it along as well as we could, we're using the fatigue from the workout to get the body into a feeling like we would be, okay, at that period of a race. And that's why doing step intervals, making them harder and harder and harder, we're not maxing it out and trying to pull the tits off every stroke. We're trying to find a rhythm, increase it, increase it, increase it, increase it, okay, to get ourselves more comfortable being uncomfortable, okay? And that's really what we felt through a lot of that. To be fair, I probably felt the most uncomfortable at like 30. I enjoyed that 32, and 34 was really just able to tap it along. Okay, sit up on top of it, tap it along. Okay, so that's a really good workout. This one, just for, you know, building into racing, different bits and pieces like that, or, you know, just throwing it as part of your training. It just allows us to keep in touch with those higher rates, learn how to move quicker with those higher rates. Okay, got to keep the hands moving, okay, without being tense, without thinking you've got to push it away. Okay, remember that this is just going to go. Okay, look, fingertips, it'll move really fast because the bungee in this is really trying to whip us back in. So we're using that machine and the momentum through here with the core and around into the front. Okay, and it's hard to sit and survive at a high intensity and high rate for super long periods of time, and that's why you've got to do intervals plus adding the fatigue of everything else that we've done in there. We don't necessarily have to get to our speed or to the max rating that we'd probably do on a 2K. Maybe it is 32, 34, okay, hence why you need to adjust it. But it's just getting your body used to the feeling, okay? And it's the only thing that we can do on a rowing machine because it's just around fitness, it's around mind over matter, okay, being able to push past where you think you can, but pushing past it, not by going, I've got to like rip into it. It's like, man, I'm going to move my hands a bit quicker. I am going to feel that acceleration. Boom. Numbers come down 1 point and you'll be like, yes. Okay, because we're up quite close to our sort of endurance speed anyway with what we're doing. So it's really just about how efficiently we can do it and maintain it for that period of time. Okay, so excellent workout. I'm still warming down because the heart rate's still reasonably high. But I'll do another 30 seconds at this. Okay, just remember that as well. Just got to warm off the end of it. Just flush it all out. We're not trying to put in any real power. Don't really need to focus technique a huge amount. Okay, get the fundamentals right. Have a feeling for different bits and pieces. Okay, and just roll off the end of it. Sheesh. Okay, so great work, team. Excuse me, bit snotty. You know, just I know with the British virtuals coming up, you know, this is a really good workout to do sort of a couple of weeks beforehand as a session. Could possibly even stretch it out to some 4 minutes, maybe do 6 or 7. Very similar structure. Okay, just increase the ratings and just getting used to that rhythm under strain. Okay, and that's really, really the only way that we can do it. Okay, now, what can happen is and it's a very, very standardized thing, is that everybody thinks, oh, I need to do 500 meters at pace. Okay, now, that type of workout is fine pretty much like a 7 days out from doing, say, a 2K. But prior to that, we really want to do workouts like this where you spend the time getting up to speed, using our fatigue, as I say, to get up around that mark. And then the last 2 or 3 are really are on that race pace feeling. Okay, might not be speed, but it's the feeling, that stress, that like, man, I'm living in an area which is quite uncomfortable, but I'm going to focus to make sure I get through to the time's ticking down. Okay, boom. And that's really the pre stuff. Whereas the week sort of before is, yes, when you want to do, say, 500 meters, 2 or 3 minutes off, probably 3 minutes off. And it allows you to have a go to try and find your rhythm. Okay. Don't do them over pace. Okay. Now's not the time. If you're just doing training and structure, trying to increase your speed and other bits and pieces, then you do them at quite a higher rate. Okay. And you do 4 or 6 of them quite fast, quite intense at quite a quicker speed than you normally do. Okay, but building into race stuff is where you do, say, 500s. The first 500 is like a start. Okay, you can start from the front, get the speed going, and then find that rhythm. Okay, and you could do 2 of those. Okay, then the 2 in the middle are all about that rhythm. Just get onto the speed, get onto the rating, and sit there and live at that. Okay, feel what you want to hold when you're doing a race. Okay, maybe 3 of them like that. And then the last one is, because you're going to be pretty rooted already, is about building it up. Okay, so imagine you're in that final 500 and you're just trying to increase the hand speed, increase the speed of the machine. And when you get to that 250 to go or something, you just let it loose, boom, and you're out. Okay, but this is a good workout to have in the mix in those weeks prior, building up when you need an intense session. Okay, something like that. So, seeing as we haven't been here for a while, say hi to everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Chris, I love that. Hit 802 meters at 32 and failed badly at 34. No idea how you can talk to do that. How early are you leaning forward from the finish? Looks quite quick. Okay, Chris, you mean like as we're coming off the back, okay, just remember that we don't need to get here and then break our knees and come forward. Okay, we use the handle, we use this. So if I was to use this because of the bungee, okay, this is just leading us forward. Now, if you've got soft knees like this, don't know if you can see my knees. If you're doing that, okay, it's easier to get across to this. So as we come off the back, we like soft knees here, and literally this chain is the thing that draws us forward. Okay, you don't have to have like fully straight arms either to do that. Just remember that as that comes forward, we've got a little bit of a bend and we can straighten that out into the catch like that. Okay, and so it's really that momentum through here that allows us to come forward. And we don't need to, we just don't want to be coming off the back like this and then doing that. Okay, doesn't matter, as long as we get this sort of out towards here, because as we get up and rate, if I was fully rating and I was doing this, this is when people's hands do this. They come up and over. Okay, so just allowing the momentum of the machine to really draw us forward. Okay, that's probably the best way to describe it. Brooke, well, that kicked my butt. I struggled at the highest stroke rates. Yeah, and this is the thing with it, okay, is that the fatigue through here, right up to that 28:30, it's cooked you, okay? We're hard. It's hard, okay? And so to really get those higher rates is where we really got to move these hands, okay, and step it up. So if you do struggle with the ratings, but you want to rate sort of 32, 34 for like races and bits and pieces, you've really got to do, you could do these even as 1 minute or 2 minutes, okay, and just increase the rating and find out how you can increase the rating without huge amount more power, okay, using the acceleration on the machine, using the hands, getting that sort of whip through with the legs and the body, and then moving the hands around to get back and forward, okay. But you can only really do that by, in my opinion, is by increasing the ratings through the workout. Okay, you can do minute on, minute off, that sort of stuff. Okay, and that's fine. You know, maybe start at 26, go to 28 to 30, 32, 34, try 36. Okay, and just try, and the whole idea with workouts like this as well is that we're not maxing them out. We're trying to find efficiency. We're trying to find a continuation, the continuous stroke. Okay, so that we can sit here and find that rhythm and find that speed, so that if we do need to push on, if we're doing it as a once off, we sort of know a feeling because we've trained for that feeling. Okay. Last couple were tough, Bill. Yep. didn't win, but focused on minimizing the loss. That's it. Okay, you've got to do it. Okay, we've got to try these type of things, because at the end of the day, if we don't know what we're failing at, how do we know where we fail? Okay, and so it is trying to find out. Like, I'm not going to lie, that 34 for me was fucking hard. Okay, I was really having to focus to keep my hands moving, and I was counting it down. That's why I said 34 strokes to go, and I started counting them down in my head. Okay, I generally do count down in my head too. So that's just how it works. Thanks, Frederick. Awesome, Eric. Almost blew a gasket last 30 seconds. Yeah, and that's it. Okay, you've got to really just get an understanding. And this is it. We always sit here and we talk about our technique and we talk about that rhythm. And if we keep that rhythm and we keep that technique going, we can sustain things a little bit easier. Okay, and I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say we're going to do it magically. We're going to do it a little bit easier. Okay, and if we keep increasing those little bit easiers over weeks and months, now racing becomes slightly easier, or it is slightly quicker. Okay, and that's really the focus that we've got to do as we go forward. What happened to morning steady state? Placid platypus. We haven't done one for a while, so I wasn't just going to rip out like a nice, easy session. I thought we needed to punch something out. Great session. Thanks, Andy. Brooke, awesome. Thank you. I'll give it a try. Yeah. Look, team, there's plenty of stuff that we talk about, like in all the videos and bits and pieces and on the asensei. And at the end of the day, we've just got to find a rhythm that works for you. Okay. And everybody's different. Hence why I'm sort of talking about, if you can't get that high, just hold it a little bit lower. But what we've got to try and do is we've got to try and find out the most efficient way for you at your current stage, at your current fitness, age, sex, whatever, to be able to maintain the rhythm on the machine. Okay. And if we go out too hard, we lose technique, we lose form, and it gets ugly. Okay. Start out too easy. That's fine. Okay. We can build on that, but we've just got to find a rhythm and a momentum that works for us. Okay. And that's the same, drag factor, completely different. So on something like that, as I said towards the end, if it was starting to be a little bit too hard, just change the drag a little bit. Okay. And now you might find that your speed's gone a little bit slower, but we've actually got the rating and the feeling. So maybe that's what needs to happen for a while, so that you can hit 34 after a session like that, after 30 odd minutes of work. And then over time, you'll be able to leave it where it is, and then the speeds will drop. Okay. And that's one thing. Improvement doesn't just happen in a piece or overnight. It takes weeks, takes days, working it up, finding that better thing. But at the end of the day, it's trying to find that most efficient rhythm. Okay. The efficiency, letting this bloody thing do some work for us. Okay. It's already a pain in the ass. It's already fucking hard. Okay. And so just moving those hands, letting it draw you forward, so that we can just keep that flywheel moving and tap it along. Vicky, man, love that. Really appreciate all your coaching. Can't believe I held 34. That's fine. Kept it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. And it just takes time to get that understanding of how to move your hands. Don't get stuck around the finish. Okay. One of the biggest things, and I always say it to people, if you ever watch rowing out on the water, okay, and it is, by the time you hit this point here, you ain't doing nothing. Not even on here. Okay, this part here is about that. Okay, if you're trying to think, turn on the force curve and watch the force curve bottoming out from about here. Okay, and then this part here is just really that speed there. Okay, it's brushing the body. Okay, if you think that you're going to be adding any power and speed by doing this, no. Okay, and so this is why I always talk about brushing the body. So I can do this, and I can get up to speed by doing that. See how easy it is around the back? Okay, and that's probably one of the key spaces, especially on the machine. Remember that. Remember that. Just let the hands almost finish in front of the body, and then it just flows you back out. You're on the next stroke. Okay, right. That's enough for me. Thanks a lot, team. We'll probably be back about the same time next week, to be honest. We're in lockdown, New Zealand, as I said, so I ain't got nowhere to go. I ain't got bugger all to do. I am renovating my bathroom though; it's quite fun. Yeah, just doing bits and pieces here. So stay safe, social distance, wear a mask, get a vaccine. Okay, listen to the experts. Okay. Otherwise, great work, team. Good to be back. Keep trucking along on whatever you're doing. Um, whatever programs and stuff you've got going, keep on it, stick on it, go back, do some workouts, and just remember little improvements. Get on here every couple of days, figure things out, whatever works for you. But at the end of the day, we all do this completely different. But just my piece of advice is to just try and make it as efficient as you can. Okay, as you can. Okay, and if you do that, you put yourself in a really good position to be able to get better than you are. Okay, and so you can just keep pushing yourself. Okay, end of story. Right, thanks, team. All the best. Have a great week, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.